Yeah, let me introduce y'all to this YouTube family, showing us the way to get out of debt gradually. My man Josh hold it down in the household, Christine dominating debt with a chokehold. And the kids, they are Grace and Zoe, baby Tennessee, new addition to their story. Debt Kickin Sunday, daily vlogging, Dave Ramsey plan gonna have us live large, and every day we'll see part of their lifestyle, how they budget and they keep things wrote down. See them work through the envelope system, no credit cards, only cash going with them. You will see how their family strives to survive with the budget plan, help us understand, and daily vlogs show us how to have fun. When you hear this song, let me hear you say, debt is done. Debt is done, debt is done, debt is done. Let me hear you say it louder.
Alright, let's roll.
Happy Debt Kickin Sunday! We are so happy to be here. It's a little weird without you guys to talk back though. But we do get your comments. We get you to talk to us in your comments. That's why we love them.
A whole ton of them.
So, Debt Kickin Sunday, if you're new to our channel, we answer your questions. So if you have a financial question or life question, leave it down below and we'll answer it next weekend. But we love this stuff. We have big dreams for this channel. Did you know that? Did you know? We were just having a dream session. Okay.
I have to let everybody know. We didn't buy anything this week.
Oh, yes. Okay, so our big purchase, it's because of you guys. And, well, I mean, we have a little bit of something rolling around up there. But we were really considering it. And we woke up the next morning to a whole slew of comments from you guys that were like, are you sure? You've worked really hard to get where you're at. Is this a need or is it a want?
But everything that was commented on, we had already talked about and thought about. We appreciate the comments.
But it did have an impact to wake up and have like 24 people saying, That was nice to have, because in our brains we don't always think as rational as we should. And that video, I didn't mean to pin it on him and that he just had to have that truck. It wasn't 5 years ago, you guys. It was just a good deal. It's
one of those deals that come around like every 5 years, so to speak, or every 10 years. And it was one of those that it made us stop and think about it because it was that great of deal.
Yeah, that's all.
It wasn't just one of those,
he felt
watching a football game on a Sunday and, hey, honey, I think we should go buy a truck today because we should.
You guys know us better than that.
It wasn't like that. It was a deal that plopped in our lap and we were like, anyway,
okay, moving on. Anyway, just so you know, we did not go through with the purchase. So, okay, no truck for us right now. Not yet. First question. Hey, my friends from Charles Parks. If you liked our intro, he's the man that did the intro. All of his information is down below in the information box. Okay, so hey, my friends, I have a question for you this time. I'm having a hard time deciding what I need to do. When we get our tax refund, we have an opportunity to pay off our van. The problem is our van needs quite a bit of necessary work. Should I use the money to fix the van or pay the van off? What would you do in this position? Well, how much is a lot of work, Charles? Like,
is it $25 or is it like $2 grand?
If it's really expensive, I don't know. I think I would get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
If the repairs are really, really high. If the repairs are like $1,000 or less, I would probably do the repairs and then pay the rest of
towards your loan.
Towards your loan. That's what I would do. What do you think?
Ditto.
But if it's big repairs, I would get rid of it because we couldn't afford that. So anyway, I like it. I like hearing from you.
Oh goodness, that's a long one.
Okay, so I learned of Dave Ramsey as a teen, and so did my husband. Nice. We saw our parents struggling and avoided debt like the plague.
Sweet.
But I didn't have my $500 or $1,000 emergency money until 26. Me and each of my siblings have had to move back in with parents when unemployment hit us. I feel that though my parents prepared their kids to go to college, they didn't really prepare them for financial freedom. I know you have a money savings plan in place for your kids, and they know you can't spend what you don't have, etc. Does Dave Ramsey have a teaching on, and or do you have a plan in place for your girls of what kind of money they need by their 18th birthday? Such as first and last in deposit on an apartment, being able to buy a car, outright if they are going to need or want one, the emergency $1,000, or maybe the 3 to 6 months living expenses. Would the teen be responsible for coming up with a certain amount of money on their own by their 18th birthday? Would it be matched money for money, or would they be blessed a certain amount? Or perhaps is the plan to let the child finish the first 2 years of college locally while living at home and be financially independent closer to 20? Have you really given it much thought? Do you know anyone who is in that stage of life or just past it, and what they did or are doing with their teens and or grown children? That's a fantastic whole slug of questions.
That's like a 20-minute video on that one right there.
I know. We have given this much thought, yes, of what our kids' what we hope our kids' future will look like, because we don't want them to live the same that your parents wanted for you too. We didn't want. We want better for them. We don't want them to go through the garbage that we've had to go through. So it's simple for us. If they want a car, if they want a cell phone, if they want a new gadget, they get a job. Whether it's babysitting, they have to pay for things like that.
Well, the car, we're going to do a match.
Oh yeah,
we're going to do like a match up to like $5,000. So if they say $2,000, we'll give them $2,000. If they say $4,000, we'll give them $4,000. But the cutoff is $5,000. So if they save $22,000, I'm only giving them $5,000.
Because we could have an overachiever.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, and then the rest, we have decided that college, since we live in a great area with many community colleges around us, they can live for free.
Yeah, if they stay and they're in college and they're doing it locally, they can stay at home until they're done with college. For free, till they're done with college. But they can't stay at home and just work.
No. They can go get an apartment if they're going to do that. And then it's basically our kids are going to be completely independent financially. So there is no set money by their 18th birthday. They're going to be responsible when they get their first job, like at 14. Yes, we are going to be those parents that are so cruel that are going to make their kids work through school.
But we'll be saving for their college, or we are saving for their college, so once they get 18 and they go to college, they're going to have money to pay for college from what they've saved, or from what we've saved for them to go to college. Yeah. That makes sense. So.
Yeah. And so they're not going to be given any huge amount of money from us, only to help with the car, and that's it. They're also gonna bust their rears to cash flow college.
Well, they're gonna go through the Dave Ramsey program, so they're gonna know everything they need to do. It's not gonna be what we think they need to do. It's here's the plan. You need to work the plan.
It's to have that drive in them is what our goal is, so that they want it just as bad. Okay, how did you come up with the amount you need to save for baby step 3? Do you just multiply your monthly income by 3 or 6? Because our bills are different every 3 years depending on where we live, since my husband is in the Army. For example, 2 years ago we didn't have a mortgage payment or electric bill, but now we have both. So you're asking how we're going to handle baby step 3, the 3 to 6 months in savings.
And basically what we did is we just sat down and said, what is our income, what is our spending, what is it right now? Boom, what do we need to keep the same that we got right now?
Right.
Was X amount of dollars, and so we said we need 6 months just like today.
Yeah, we figured high too. Like you could take off your highest 3 years and go off of that. And for me, it was more of a security. I don't even know that we picked a 3. We picked closer
highest 3 years. What are you talking about?
3 to 6 months. I mean, yeah, because they move for the Army. Their bills are different every 3 years depending on where they live.
Oh. Okay.
So take your highest, like would probably be right now, in those 3 years, and figure your 3 to 6 months off of that. But we just picked a number. Whatever my, more than covered our bills for 6 months, but whatever my security gland needed, because as women we have that. That's the number. It was a certain number for us. Okay. Let's see. I have a question about debt reduction. We are on one income since my baby was born in September. We have quite a bit in savings, more than a 6-month salary, but also a hefty combined college loan payment. That is definitely our only debt. Yes. We have a set amount we can save each month, but we think we should just keep saving and paying the monthly minimum, so that if something happened, we would have enough to keep paying the minimum, as well as our expenses and anything the baby girl needs. Is that true? Would just a little bit extra towards the principal even help?
Everything would help.
It would bug me so bad that I would get rid of it, which is what baby step number 2 is. First is you get your $1,000, baby step 1, in an emergency fund. And second is you attack your debt with absolutely everything you have. Because if you're able to save like you have, you'll be able to do it again. I would take your savings, and if you could, pay the sucker off. And if you need like $5,000 or $10,000 in your savings to make you feel comfortable, then leave that there and put the rest towards your debt. But I would get rid of that as soon as possible, because they are evil. Student loans are evil. I hate them. I know I said the word hate. What do you think?
Perfect.
I'll let you answer the next one. Will there be a call, or you get the fun one? They're all fun, but will there be a call or visit to the Dave Ramsey show? Your story is inspiring. I really want to see you do it.
That's like a three-parter, so it'd be yes, thank you, and sure.
I'll answer your question. I would love to go. I have one of my most favorite people in my life works for Dave Ramsey, and she has already said that she'll totally hook us up with treatment if we, come to Nashville. I want to come to Nashville so bad. I want to go scream that we're debt-free, but we're debt-free minus our mortgage. And to us, it counts, but you're not completely debt-free until your mortgage is paid for. So we will be visiting. It may be forever, to like 10 years, maybe. It depends what the future holds for us. But we will. The second this mortgage is paid for, we will be flying to Nashville to meet Dave and do our debt-free scream. We will do it someday. Oh, I love that question. Hi, I love your vlogs and we're learning so much. I thank you and your family. Was wondering if you could do a little intro to the class you talk about, Financial Peace University. There is a class near me I'm interested in going. I also went to the Ramsey site, but it looks like a little info on what to expect and cost. Future classes say they have new books yearly or monthly. Keep up the great work. Okay, Financial Peace University, we just signed up to teach our next class. Starts March 2nd, which we're so excited. Yeah, what it is, it's a class that teaches you how to handle money the right way. How to go from being dependent on credit cards and debt to cash and no debt. It is, we can't say enough good things about it. You guys just have to take it.
You have to go into it with the mindset you have to change.
Yeah. You want to change. If you don't want to change, don't do it.
Because you have to change. I mean, that's the whole point of this, is you have to change your spending habits and your money handling skills. That's the whole point of it.
Right.
You have to go in with an open mind that you're going to get your feelings hurt too.
It's work, you guys.
It's huge.
You didn't get into this mess overnight, and it is nice to have a tool that will take you by the hand and help you through every single step, every struggle, every roadblock, every piece of frustration that you're going to have, everything. This class will help you through it all.
But if you're ready and if you're ready for it and you're open to it, it will change your life for the better.
We're still married because of this class, I'm pretty sure. I know we are. It's fantastic. Yes, there is. If you have been through FPU and it's been a while, they have a new class. And it is fun. It is so much fun. So, you could be free to go through it if you want a new workbook like everybody else has. I think there's an alumni kit for $45? $55. You can buy a kit that is the same as
it's like a refresher kit.
It's the full kit, just half the cost, because you've already paid for your FPU class. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Go on his website, daveramsey.com, find a class that's starting near you, and have fun, and keep us posted. Let's see. Don't know if you've addressed this before, but can you please go into more detail of how you handle rewarding your kids for chores and what your budget is? At what age did you start? I have a 4-year-old and was wondering if he's still too young to reward him with money for chores. No, he's not. I think we started when we started. So he was 4, and Grace was in diapers. 3 or 4. She was little. She was like 18 months old. But she learned.
Get in there and clean the toilets.
No. Wait, 3 or 4 is when we started the kids, and you just pick age-appropriate chores for them. worked out great. We reward them, we pay them when they...
Our budget is, I mean, if the kids run a perfect week, if they do everything they're supposed to every day for the whole week, I think it's $3.75 each kid. So what is that? $7.50 a week.
But we really pay out $7.
Yeah, we never pay a full week.
But it's in our budget.
But it's in our budget. It's an envelope we have, and we just fill it up every couple weeks or once a month, depending on how their production is.
I know I need to do a video on our kids and their chores. I really, that's on the list to do. I'd love to do one of those. I'm still living at home at 27. Unfortunately, due to college loans, I've been saving for a down payment on a house. But I think I should take all of my savings and put it towards my student loans instead. What are your thoughts?
Yep.
Thanks. I would get out of debt.
Get out of debt. You can save a lot quicker when you're out of debt.
And if it's not driving you crazy living at home, it would drive me absolutely insane. But if it's not, pay off your student loans while you can live at home, and then you can always go rent an apartment or something for something cheap while you save again for a house. But we would recommend you to be out of debt before you buy a house anyway.
Yeah.
And Dave Ramsey would say the same thing. Because houses are liabilities and they're expensive.
2 minutes.
Crazy. Let's see. I was wondering your opinion on our baby emergency fund. Hubby has a luxury car that will be finished paying on in a few months, so he's not giving the car up. My question is, should we have a larger emergency fund, say $3,000, to cover the cost of fixing something on his car if anything should happen? Things with his car always seem to run more than $1,000. For the record, I drive an older, well-loved car that has no payments, just saying. Thank you, Sarah.
You want my personal opinion on this one?
I think ours would match.
I think this is going to be a tough love here. My thing is, if you have a car, I don't care if it's close to being paid off or not, but if you have a car that if something goes wrong, it's always over $1,000, get rid of the freaking car. Mm-hmm. What I would do is, if you only have a couple months paying it off, I would pay it off, and then I'd turn around and sell it and take the cash and go buy a much non-luxury car, I guess. I don't know what you mean by luxury, but probably a
Porsche,
Lamborghini or something. I don't know, but I would definitely sell it and take the money, get a cheaper car that doesn't cost over $1,000 when it needs a repair.
There's something wrong when your emergency fund is only as big as a car repair every single time. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, the fact that you have to carry your larger emergency fund just for the car.
Just to pay for the car. I mean, it's your choice, but the car...
But no, if you guys keep the car, I would not go up to a $3,000 emergency fund.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question.
I really love watching you guys and your family. My question is, what do you do with your income tax? Do you put it all in savings, or do you fund some of your envelopes?
Go to Vegas, baby!
We pay for our kids' school tuition for the year.
Yep.
With our tax return every year.
We're a year ahead, so when we get our tax, we pay for the next coming year on their tuition, so we're always ahead.
on their school bill. That's what we do. Okay, you guys, that's it. Another awesome week of Debt Kicking Sunday. We had more questions. We couldn't get to them all, but we'll comment back in the ones that we couldn't cover. And I hope you guys are great. Have an awesome week. Leave new questions down below.
Later. Woo!